Okay, so today I am going to be showing you this painting. It is called My Mind is an Organized Mess, and I did it with acrylics on a 30 by 30 centimeter canvas. So, yeah, let's begin. So, this was the first time doing such an intricate design. My artwork is centered around patterns, but this was the first time for me to do something so different from what I'm used to. I wanted to try something interesting, something new, because I was taking this for an exhibition to the museum. Whenever there's an exhibition in the museum and I'm invited, I actually always create new artwork for that. I don't know why. It's just been the norm ever since I started exhibiting in the museum. So, this is just me working on it, working on the center, and it was so intricate that everything needed time to do. Every single painting, no matter how small it was, it just needed time to do. It needed patience. I had to make sure I'm not painting outside the lines. Everything is in a straight line. So yeah, that's that for that painting. That painting at the center, that square or diamond. I don't know what the shape is. And for the first time, I actually outlined with a fine liner. Are they called fine liners? Yeah, fine liner on a canvas. I didn't know how that would turn out, but it was okay. It was actually okay. Like I saw somebody using a fine liner on canvas, and I was like, wow, we can do that. Sometimes I forget I'm an artist and we can break the rules. Like you don't have to follow one specific thing. I know people use fine liners on paper, but I was using it on a canvas after I saw someone doing it, and I was like, wow, this actually works. And it really came out so good. So this is the art piece so far. I was in so much shock because I was like, I can't believe I've actually painted this. And then considering the mental space I was in at that time, I just couldn't believe it. These were the final stages, but then, of course, when you're working on patterns, the final stages are never really final. It will be like you're almost done, but it's never getting finished. So yeah, I got a bit confused with the designs. I was like, what should I add down here? What should I do finally? But then I settled down for whatever, flowers, I think flowers. Yeah. And yeah, that's what I settled for. Here I fell in love with that very light yellow paint that I did at the beginning of the video, and that's what I was trying to add there. This is an oil paint pen. The rest are acrylics. That's the only oil paint I've used over here. And that's the artwork so far. It really looks good. Like I sit in and I'm like, I can't believe I did this. Like I sat down, drew these designs with my hand, and hand painted everything. Like everything here is hand painted. Like it's crazy. It's crazy what I can do when I sit down and put my mind to it, or rather when I sit down and I'm not in like the right mental space. Like it's crazy what I come up with out here. So yeah, you can see that flower in there. I always enjoy tape fields. Like they're just so smooth sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. So this is it so far. As for the last part, I decided I wanted to do like an ombre. Ombre, I think that's the name. And that's what I settled for. So as you can see, I'm starting with light blue. And then I'll also do purple on the other side. So I started with the lighter color, and then as it progressed, it got darker. So it was so much fun to do. And oh my God, it was so much fun to peel off the tape and actually see that the effect came out. Like, yo, do you know how cool it is to work on an art piece? You work on an art piece and it comes out the way you pictured it in your head. Do you know how cool that is? It is so freaking cool. It's so rare to happen. Either sometimes it comes out much worse or it comes out way better than you expected. So for me, I was so happy. And I did this piece at night and I never even slept that night. Like literally, I was up the whole day and night doing this piece. It took me a whole day to do it. So yeah, um it's interesting how if I sit down and just focus on something, I'll do it. Like if I sit down and focus on something for the whole day, I'm going to do it. So that's crazy. But yeah, here you can see I'm just like continuing to paint the blue lines, and I was, yeah, and that was that. Yeah, I was just doing a purple because I was like, I forgot to film, so I just did that purple, touching the canvas, and you know, I can just say, you can just see that it's finished. Can you see like the ombre effect? Yeah. Now here I'm just vanishing it. I always vanish my work. Again, I forgot. I used an oil paint pen. I vanished my painting leaks. I should have learned. Like, I don't know why I learned. I don't learn from. I never learn from my mistakes. I know something must be wrong with me, but yeah. This is me vanishing it, and this is the final piece. Look at how beautiful it is under the sun. Your girl did that. Your girl did that. Hey.